University of Minnesota students see reported violent crime spike after cutting ties with the police department. And I say, let natural selection run its course. These are the people that, if at any other time in human history, they would have been naturally selected out of the gene pool years ago. But no, in current year, we have to keep everyone alive. We have to shield everyone from the results of their stupidity. And I say enough. I have freaking had enough of standing in the way of natural selection. Let these morons suffer the consequences of their actions. They wanted to defund the police? Let them take care of their own self-defense. Because guess what? That's what America was founded on, self-sufficiency. The only reason our government is as fucking annoying and bloated as it is because the majority of people really became dependent on them. If we still had like Wild West independence and adventurous spirit and self-reliance, we wouldn't be having most of the problems we have now. Students saw an increase in reported violence just weeks after the University of Minnesota announced they would cut ties with the Minneapolis Police Department after the death of George Floyd. In the weeks following the University of Minnesota's announcement that would cut ties with the Minneapolis Police Department, students received multiple system-wide public safety alert messages telling them to be cautious on or near campus due to various reported violent crimes. This is a substantial increase in safety notifications from Minnesota students, given that prior to the announcement, only 7 such announcements with only 2 emergencies were made in a 6-month period. Well, now is the time where you bring out your community-based compassionate policing. Why don't you bring in some soy boy to talk the violent attackers down? What could go wrong? You know, violence is never the answer, so... The university made its announcement on May 27th. Interesting. On June 16th, students were alerted of both a robbery and an attempted robbery. On June 18th, an alert warned students that an individual had been assaulted and 4 male suspects had stolen his car. The alert said that this incident may be related to a second robbery. Yet another robbery was reported on June 20th, this time at gunpoint. Now, what makes this hilarious is this is the same concept as a gun-free zone. Because just like with a gun-free zone, criminals see that sign and they're like, ooh, shooting fish in a barrel. And it's the same thing here. This college very publicly announced there will be no more police presence here after this date. So effectively, they're telling criminals, hey, all you can eat buffet, come on in. It's free too. Just take what you want, motherfucker. On July 2nd, students received alerts that a robbery of a business by a female suspect during which a gun was seen. God. Now, that's probably just some soy boy panicking. I bet there wasn't actually a gun. On Thursday, students learned via the alert system that 5 males had used a Ford SUV to knock a woman off her bike in what was described as yet another attempted robbery, though the assailants reportedly left the scene without taking any property. They probably didn't want to get their DNA there, so in case they actually injured her, that they couldn't be tracked down. That's what this was. This is leaving many to wonder what the University of Minnesota is doing to keep students safe. You're on your own. And once again, I may say this, condescendingly, like, hey, you guys didn't want police. You're on your own now. But this isn't a bad thing. That's part of growing the fuck up. That's part of learning about the real fucking world. Even if you had police there, do you really think that there's coincidentally going to be a cop standing right next to you to save your sorry ass? Fuck no. When seconds matter, the police are minutes away. Every single person needs to take responsibility for their own fucking safety. Every single one of you listening right now, you can't rely on someone else to keep you safe. You need to learn self-defense. You need to carry the tools you need for your own self-defense. Even assuming the cops are gonna come save you, even assuming they have your best interests at heart, chances are that if something happens, they're not going to make it there soon enough to make a difference. The cops won't show up to the crime scene to save you. They'll show up to clean up your mess. They will be scraping your brains off of the wall. That's what they'll be doing. You need to defend your own goddamn self. If you can't do that, then it's called natural selection. Especially considering that the Minneapolis Police Department responded to about half of the reported crimes listed on the UMN Police Department's website since September. The university has its own police department, the University of Minnesota Police Department, which continues to lead our day-to-day public safety efforts on our Twin Cities campus. Additionally, UMPD still collaborates with MPD on joint patrols and investigations that directly enhance the safety of our community and allow us to investigate and apprehend those who put our students, faculty, and staff at risk. Well, clearly, the evidence says otherwise. Students, however, fear that the university is not taking their safety seriously. Okay. If you don't even take your own safety seriously enough to learn how to defend yourself, why the fuck do you think anyone else is going to take your safety seriously? Go fuck yourself. You need to take your own safety seriously. This is why I never understood why a lot of women in particular seem to have a phobia of guns. Guns are the great equalizer. Guns are what put women on equal footing with men. A woman with a gun and a man with a gun are actually pretty evenly matched. But for some reason, women don't want to be actually equalized with men because, oh my God, now they have to take responsibility for themselves and they can't just play the victim and have the white knights come in and save their asses, I guess. Yeah, let's just say every woman I've known who was actually worth a shit packed heat. Nina Lind, a senior at the University of Minnesota, told Campus Reform that I think the University of Minnesota is more focused on the social issues brought up by students rather than our actual safety. What a shock! It only took you 4 years to figure that out, huh? I am genuinely concerned to come back to campus without the MPD being present. Well, don't come back. Chase Christopherson, another student at the University of Minnesota, added, "It is disappointing that the leadership of the University of Minnesota caved into the mob and will thus provide less safety and services." Well, militia time. Take care of yourself. Adding that he fears the university doesn't care about our safety, only appeasing those who want nothing to do with law, order, and safety. Once again, you're at a college. Did it really take this long for you to figure this out? You realize that Gen Z already knows this going into college, right? College is just delayed adulthood. Yeah, college is an adult daycare center. That's all it is, man. I was going to say it's all it's ever been, but no, there was, up until the Marxist infiltration of college actually succeeded, college was actually pretty okay. It wasn't an adult daycare center. And then you also notice a really, really funny coincidence. Yeah, think about this. You know how there have been all of these accusations of anti-intellectualism that look at these ignorant rednecks and their anti-intellectualism. Oh, their puny brains just can't comprehend our greatness. Anti-intellectualism didn't really become a thing until the faux intellectuals took over higher education. You know that, right? When it was actually smart people cranking out other smart people, you may have seen a little bit of jealousy, sure, but anti-intellectualism didn't become a thing until the faux intellectuals took over intellectualism. The real intellectuals aren't in college anymore. You don't go to college to learn anything. You go to college to network with rich, well-connected people who can hook you up with a fucking job. That's if you're smart. If you're dumb, you're just going to be indoctrinated and turned into an activist drone that'll be used up and discarded. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.